Hello friends, welcome back to another video. I wanted to just hang out today. It is actually Tuesday night. I just put my kids down for bed, just poured myself a very small glass of eggnog in this really cute Christmas cup. And I just wanted to chat today. I've been itching to talk all things planning and journaling with you. I have been working endlessly to get to our break coming up, our holiday coming up, and I just, I feel like I can only tell my husband so much because he doesn't understand all the things that I'm saying when it comes to my planning and my journaling. So I have just had the itch to chat. This is going to be a very low-key chat about my current planning system, what's been working well for me, what hasn't been working well, what I'm planning on using for 2026, and I just want to have a cozy chat and hang out. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, go and grab a drink, grab your planner, and let's just spend some time together. Okay, eggnog is my favorite. I love eggnog. I love that it just reminds me of Christmas and the holidays. And my dad loves eggnog, so I feel like I definitely got that from him. But yeah, so in front of me here, I have a Me Plus planner that I have been using kind of as my everything all-in-one system, and the most recent addition to the family of my life in terms of planning is this Moterm. This is an M5 size. I have been using this for about a week. I think I got it a week ago, and this is my wallet. It is so cute. So it's in this taupe color. I think it's really tiny, it's very slim. It has the extra pocket here in the back. It has the cards here on the left-hand side. I covered up my license, of course. And then it has these itty-bitty rings. I don't remember exactly what size rings these are. And then I just have a little bit of grid paper in here. I have a few of these dividers that I got from Filofax that I just chopped down, and then like a little monthly that I made. Literally I just drew it in and just take little notes. Like this was my coworker's holiday coffee order. I texted her one morning and wanted to get her some coffee, and so I wrote it down just in case I wanted to surprise her with coffee anytime soon, so that way I didn't have to ask her. And just like to keep little notes here. I did like a little grocery list here, and so I've liked this a lot. And then I just keep our insurance cards in the back, and I haven't really done much in here, but I like it a lot. I don't know, I've been really into rings lately, and I like having rings. I like it so much. And so this has been working as my wallet. I don't have anything in any of the pockets in here. I use this very functionally. I try to make it a little bit cute by adding sticky notes and then like this little Christmas dashboard type of thing, but I really don't frequent this fairly often. I'm very much so in my everyday carry book, but I really like this a lot. It has been a really nice addition to my lineup, to my bag. I really, really like it. And so currently I am in this beautiful Me Plus slim pad. I was actually gifted this slim pad from Me Plus for a honest review, and I love this thing. This is so nice. My husband even has said how nice this is, and he's not very much of a journaling, planning type of person, and I agree with him 1000%. This thing has been so nice to carry around. It is just a beautiful, stunning piece of leather. It smells good. It's just such a cozy space. And currently my entire life is living in here. Let me just open up and show you what the inside looks like. I originally wanted to make this more of a companion book to my Filofax. But if you haven't watched my last video, I mentioned there that my Filofax original in the Bible or personal size was starting to wear and tear, and not in a good way. I just bought that planner or that cover, and the rings were already separating, the edge was fraying, and I had paid a lot of money for that, and I didn't want to be like annoying about it, but I really wanted to get my money's worth for what I was using. And so I reached out to Filofax for a replacement, and they immediately were like, yes, of course, we'll get you a replacement, sent me tracking to, or sent me the postage to ship my Filofax back. And I was like, okay, great, thank you. When can I expect a replacement? And then they were like, oh, we're gonna ship it out immediately. And I said, perfect, that's awesome. I'm so excited for my replacement. A few days pass, and I think like 3 days passed, and I reached out to them and said, hey, can you send me tracking for the replacement? The thought was that I wanted to move everything from in here, or from my Filofax into my new Filofax, and then use this, knowing that I was going to get this from Me Plus, use it as a companion notebook or journal. I still wasn't really sure what I wanted to use this as. And then I didn't hear anything from them for a couple days, and I followed up again, and I said, hey, when can I expect the replacement? And the sales or customer service representative said, I don't have a tracking number for you, our system is down, but it's coming. And then I waited, I think another 3 or 4 days, and I said, hey, I still haven't received, my shipment. And on, I think it was Friday or Saturday, I don't even know how many days it's been, I decided, okay, maybe I need to ship out the old one to get the new one. So I'm going to just put everything into my Me Plus and then wait for my replacement, and emailed them and said that I had sent the replacement and didn't hear back. And so I just asked for a refund instead. I know that Filofax just had a really big sale, and that they probably have a lot of orders that they have to fulfill. But I was a little bit disappointed with the lack of communication from the tracking number to the customer service representative. It was a lot of me reaching out to get clarity on where things were with my order, which is such a bummer because I love Filofax products. I love all the things Filofax, and yeah, I was a little bit disappointed. I told myself while I was planning to do this video that I was gonna update my day while I chatted about my stuff. So I'm gonna just jump in and update the day in here in my Me Plus. So I like to come in and cross out the days. I've been really bad at crossing out the days. I'm gonna cross out today as well. Check to see if I have to do anything. No. To my weekly section. No. Okay. This was today. I'm gonna get my stamp out and stamp. I have this Trodat stamper and it's not the best, so I'm probably gonna get a new one here soon. Oh, that was perfect. Okay, as I was saying, I'm just gonna jot down my, log my day a little bit of what happened. But so I moved all my stuff into here, and then I asked for a refund. I didn't hear from them for like a day or two. They said that they would process my refund, and that was that. I have not heard from Filofax. I don't think they had a replacement coming, because I think I know that their distributors are in Texas, and so it shouldn't take that long. When I got my first order, it took no more than 4 days to get my order. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It was a little bit disappointing, but it's okay, because I did order a different cover from eBay. Still Filofax, but I've been so enamored by this color of the Filofax original. I'll put a picture of which one it is. I have seen creators on Instagram, creators like Techo Kaigi here on Instagram, sharing their Filofax in this cover. It is like a brown, preppy brown or something, I think is what it's called, and it is discontinued. So I'm so happy that I found it on eBay. But it's coming from China, so it's gonna take a little bit of time for it to come. And so hence why I am currently in my everyday carry, using Me Plus as my everyday carry, which I have some thoughts of. I love the Me Plus cover, don't get me wrong, I really love it, but I just have some limitations in here. Buddy. Okay, sorry about that. My youngest, my almost 4-year-old, is not wanting to go to bed. He's kind of a co-sleeper with us. He starts off in his bed and then he ends up in ours, and he can hear me filming in our spare bedroom, and so he just wants me to go take him already to bed, but I just had to let him read a book while he waits. I clearly cannot talk and write at the same time. I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, my Filofax story. So I ordered a new Filofax original from China, and the plan was to live in here in my Me Plus for the next, I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks while I get my order. But as you can see, my book is fairly stuffed. These are itty bitty rings. These are 15 or 16 millimeter rings. And this book is stuffed, like uncomfortably stuffed, I would say, which is, it's kind of unfortunate, because I really, like, I cannot express how much I love this cover. And one thing that I have learned about myself in this year of being in this community is that I really like rings, as I mentioned with my Moterm wallet here, is that I really like rings. I like how easy it is for me to go from one cover to another. If something suits maybe the season, it's just easier for me to just transfer all my things from one place to another. So I love that about the system itself. I love that about the rings. But this is pushing this specific cover. I would say there's a lot of things that I like to put in here. Like for example, somebody drew this for me, and then I got this at work. They gave us whisks at work, and so they said, "We whisk you a Merry Christmas, Kissmas." And I like to be able to put these little things in here. Or like my son gave me a bunch of his stickers. I want to be able to put in receipts for things and just like have a space to be able to gather like little bits of my life, from receipts to drawings to like, I don't know, just little things that, you know, we gather from our day to day that we like to just remember. Like my daughter gave me this sticker that she won at school, and like I don't want to necessarily like punch it, I just want to like, you know, tack it on there and like remember that she gave it to me. And I feel like the more that I add to here, the heavier, not even heavier, but like the thicker it gets and the more uncomfortable it is to turn the pages. And like, sure, I could take a few pages out, but I don't like sacrificing pages to like put in pages, if that makes sense. I want to have an ample amount of space for notes, an ample amount of space for memory keeping. And so I had an Amazon gift card, and I'm actually gonna write this down in here too. I placed an order for a personal Moterm in this taupe color. I got the Moterm Elite, I think is what I got. I like Moterm a lot. I really like their products. I like their vegan leather, I believe is what it is. I like the pebbled look. I like the color, although I was hoping for a more like brown color like the Me Plus, but they didn't have any on Amazon, and I ordered that today, and it should be coming in on Thursday. It is 25 millimeter rings. I got the one without the pocket in the back, so that was something that I really didn't want. I like it here for like my wallet, but not necessarily for like my planner or, you know, journal thing. So I got the one without the pocket, and the plan is to move all my stuff from in here into there. That one's gonna be kind of my planner, everyday carry. I do use this for work, so I have a work section, and again, I just write notes for work. I literally use a blank new page, and so I've been going through my pages like crazy. So I only have like, I have 5 pages left in here for work. And so I think that the 5 pages will get me through this week, but I still have one more week of work, and then we go on our trip to Japan, and I just need some extra space. So like I said, the plan is to go back into a bigger size, and I'm having some thoughts about how I want to use this Me Plus, because I really want to add it to my lineup for 2026. Somehow I really want to use it. And so let's just flip to my, right here, my 2026 Techo Kaigi. Here are my very mediocre drawings for what I'm thinking in terms of 2026. When I made this, I had the thought of, let me start down here, keeping my Filofax personal planner for planning. Like, it is my planner. It is where I keep my monthlies, my weeklies, my dailies, kind of logging my life, and using it as a logbook, essentially. Still doing my dailies like I have been here. Low pressure. If I don't get to a day, I don't get to a day. But still, you know, wanting to be a little bit creative and log and just fill things up with memories and ephemera from the day and from the week. And so that is what I have for my Filofax, or yeah, whichever cover I end up using, whether that's the Moterm or the Filofax, that has enough room and enough space. I was also wondering if I wanted to put work in there. And so then my second thought was just keeping that as like my, you know, separating work and personal, and using my Me Plus as my work notebook, because for work I really just do a lot of like to-do lists of things that I need to do. So I was kind of thinking about that, but using, like, having work in my Filofax and now currently in my Me Plus has been really nice. I think just to kind of have everything in one go, like everything functional is living in one space. Yes, I do dailies that are like a little bit more creative, I guess you could say, but it's not long form journaling. It is not me going and being super artsy. I'm not doing anything crazy. So I kind of like having it all live in one book, that I don't have to just keep carrying around different things. So I'm still unsure of what I want to do with my Me Plus. Here's where I'm struggling. So let me just go here. So when I started the year, I used a Hobonichi cousin to do my memory keeping. I was planning on using it for memory keeping. I was gonna journal, I was going to post pictures. I was really hopeful about the Hobonichi cousin, especially because I had just come back from Japan and I picked up my book in Japan, and all was going well. I finished an entire month. I think I got through an entire month in my Hobonichi cousin, and then I completely fell off. I was not a fan of the dated pages. Something about dated pages just give me like the most anxiety, I think, to like have to fill one out every day. I mean, have you like, I don't know, maybe I don't have like the self-control to do a dated page every day, but the season of my life that I'm in with young kids, and just like we had just moved into this house, we were just, you know, literally unpacking and doing all the things. I was not ready to commit to a A5 size dated page. And so what I'm thinking for this year is that I'm not gonna purchase a Hobonichi cousin. I think I'm gonna just buy a plain old scrapbook. I think that I want to separate my like my family memories from like my personal memories and thoughts and journaling things, because when I look back on like my life a few years from now, 20, 30 years from now, I want to be able to open a scrapbook and see what we did from like month to month. I want to be able to highlight the special things that we did as a family, the special moments, you know, whether it's birthdays or Christmas parties, you know, you name it, going to Japan, like doing all of those family things. I want to be able to have like a scrapbook for the year and do a month spread. And I think that is more than enough when it comes to my family's memories that I want to save and cherish. So that is what I'm thinking I want to do for my family's memory book. And I'm having a hard time trying to decide what I want to do for my own like journal memory keeper. I was toying around with the idea of a Hobonichi Weeks or my traveler's notebook to memory keep for my own sake, for what I want to memory keep. I was thinking I would get a Hobonichi Weeks. I've seen a lot of people using their weeks as like just a journal where they don't do any planning. It's solely creative, solely artistic, and I really liked that idea of just getting a weeks and just trying to put stickers and little bits of the day here and there. And it's dated, but it's so small that it's not intimidating. So that was an option. Then I was thinking about my traveler's notebook. I haven't used my traveler's notebook, and I love the feel of the leather. It's similar to the Me Plus, like the sensory wise, it just feels really nice in my hands. But then I had the crazy idea of what if I cut up a Hobonichi Weeks, use my Me Plus, like cut it up, punch it, put it in here, put it in my Me Plus, and let this be like my memory keeper long form journaling book where I have everything creative can live in here. And I'm kind of leaning a little bit towards that one. So I don't know if you remember, if you watched my last video, I mentioned that I was trying to use this spread here that Me Plus gifted me to draw and to, you know, draw something about the day. Well, I've been using it, and again, I'm not the best artist. I really want to draw. I want to doodle, and I'm not good at it, but I will get better as I practice and as I do the drawing. And so I want to have like, you know, spreads like this to be able to be creative and to be able to just to have like a creative space, because while right now I have a lot of vlogging and a lot of like getting things done, I want to have a space for creativity. I want to have a space where I can let my mind run, let my creative juices flow. If I want to start watercoloring, I want to have a space to be able to do that without the pressure. And I think why it's so intriguing for me to do that here is because it's not a bound book, and I won't feel like I failed if I don't get around to it for a couple days, or if I fall off for a month or two and pick it up, you know, later down in the year. And so I'm kind of leaning a little bit towards that for my like for what I want this Me Plus to do. My Me Plus kind of as a memory keeper, creative space. And so really I would only have 3 books, if that makes sense, like 3 books. I would have my Moterm or my Filofax depending on which cover I want to use. And again, those I'm just going to use interchangeably, because the reality is it's like picking out shoes for the day. If I want to use my Moterm, I'll use my Moterm. If I want to use my Filofax, I'll use my Filofax. And likely I will get more covers as the year goes on. But I feel like that's a good, like, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of where I'm thinking of going with my 2026 Techo Kaigi stuff. I do have a trip planned to Japan, and I don't want to be influenced by being there, that like I over consume. I don't want to buy things just to buy them. I want to buy them because I want to use them. And I really don't want to waste money on Hobonichi if I know that it doesn't work for me. I don't want to do that, because I could use that money to buy more stickers or more pens, because I use those things a lot. I love to add decor, I love to add stickers, I love to add washi to my spreads. And so I want to make the systems work for me and not feel guilty about buying them and then not using them, if that makes any sense. So that's a little bit about my 2026 lineup and systems. I feel like I've talked your ear off, but let's see. I updated that. I've been doing a terrible job at updating my log here. Sunday, we went to church. I do want to get another pencil board that I can cut and put into here from Hobonichi. That's one thing I will buy for 2026 is a new pencil board. And then yesterday I had work. And then today is Tuesday, and I worked up until 3:30. I picked my son up. Book fair. And then we had dinner. Ramen. And then we cleaned. Kids down. I took a shower. I took a shower over here too. And then I have been filming for YouTube. So, and then I have to do work after this. So, okay, nice. I did a little bit of logging. I'm gonna check my weekly. We had ramen, steak. I used the inserts that Me Plus gave me when I got the cover, and I actually really like them. I freehanded the drawing up here. I wanted to make just like a little Christmas wreath with bows. And this is what let me find it. So it's very similar to the Filofax one that we get with all of the covers. You see here, it's just like the day in this very long box here. And what I did was that I just used my ruler and I split it here, and I also split it here. And I put the weather here on the left-hand side. This is for work, and this is for personal. And then this right here, this section is for work. And I like that a lot. So I put it here too. I have my my weather, my personal, and then work. And then I got these sticky notes from Target from their like holiday line with Post-it. And I've just been writing my to-dos because there's really not much that I have to do for the week. And I've been liking this a lot. It's been working well. So I might end up using this layout next week too. Or let's see. Yeah, for like the next couple of weeks. Again, I love rings because I'm able to customize it to my needs. I'm able to change things out as I see fit, and it works. It works. It just works for me. So, all right, friends, I think I have yapped on enough today. Thank you for hanging out with me today as we talked about my current setup, talked about my 2026 Techo Kaigi, my dilemmas, my drama, my planner drama. I appreciate this community so much. I have loved being able to express myself in terms of my planners and my journaling, and I am just thankful that you chose to stick around and just wanted to hang out today. So thank you for that. Thank you for keeping me company. I am planning on making another video where I move in from here into my Moterm, and I think what I might do is cut up my Hobonichi weeks that I have right now and test out like a creative space in here. I think that'll be fun for us to do together. So whenever I get that, I'll make sure to check back in. But thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your week, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye, friends.